Kirk's funeral. So right now there are a lot of people gathering, at the stadium. It's a lot of people, and this is live, so we are going to capture this live. So, how are y'all doing this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful start of y'all Sunday. But y'all, I'm just gonna turn the camera and we are just gonna go ahead and do a reaction, just kind of watch what goes on, see who speaks and all of that good stuff. I didn't know that they were starting this early, but it is a lot of people. Of course, it's gonna take time for everybody to get in to the stadium. So y'all, welcome in the building. Smash the like button. And also I have Candace. Hey, Miss Red, how are you? I have the Candace, where Candace was saying that he was trying. Hey, Art of War, how are you? Art of War says second. So I do have the let me turn this down. So I do have the receipts where Candace Owens was saying that Kirk was trying to take custody of himself. So I'm gonna upload that later. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Good morning to you too. So y'all, let's turn this around and we just gonna get into it. We're gonna do a reaction because it's starting out early. So we may be here for a couple of hours, y'all. But let me go ahead and get started because I was gonna do another live, actually a reaction to a comedian. He was doing a show on the text messages from Tyler Robinson, and it was hilarious, and I wanted to do that, but now they have this already started. So I said, we can go ahead and do this and then do the reaction to the comedian later. But y'all, let's turn the camera and we're just gonna watch and see what they're doing and what is going on, you guys. So they're over here gathering at the let me get this kind of like situated. So they are here at the stadium, the State Farm Stadium in Arizona. And y'all, it is a lot of people. It is a lot of people. Hey, Miss Penelope, welcome from UK, London, UK. Welcome. So we're just gonna sit and watch and kind of talk about what's going on. There's a lot going on, you guys. I mean, people come and dress regular. I see some people in red, white, and blue. Okay. How is y'all Sunday going so far? Welcome in the building. Smash the like button, y'all. I'm gonna see if there's another one. Hold on, there's another video, you guys. Welcome in the building, y'all. There's another video. Hold on just a second. Let me hold on, you guys. Let me pause this and kind of come out of here because I think there's another video. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on just a second. How are y'all doing this morning? Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Let check. Let me see. Welcome in the building, y'all. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. I didn't know that they were going to start this early, but I mean, it makes sense because there's a lot of people that's going. And they have a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Some people look like they're dressed in their regular clothes. Let me see, because here's like think of like a 2-minute speech. Let's see what this speech entails. Speaker Mike Johnson. Let me see, Mike Johnson, Caroline. Let me see. Hold on just a second, you guys. Mike Johnson, Caroline, leave it, speak at DC Memorial Service for Charlie. RFK Jr. as well. So let's see why this is not okay. There it goes. Okay, so here's while they are getting in Arizona, I'm gonna play this clip right here, you guys, for y'all. And this is at the Kennedy Center, service for Charlie at the Kennedy Center. So let's see what this entails. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if it's gonna play. Let me see. Let me turn the camera. And they're having like a visual. Let me see.
And Charlotte Perez, dear friends of Charlie Kirk and former Turning Point team members, with tonight's welcoming remarks.
Please feel free to have a seat. Good evening, everyone. My name is Malia Shirley.
And I'm Charlotte Perez.
We want to thank everyone for gathering with us tonight to celebrate the life and legacy of the one and only Charlie Kirk. We also want to thank President of the Kennedy Center, Ambassador Rick Grinnell, and his amazing staff, without whom this event would not have been possible.
So I believe this was last night, you guys, because they said that night. So I believe it was last night at the Kennedy Center. So we're just reviewing this. Hey, Celebrity Scandalous, how are you? Tehran, WT, welcome in, y'all. Happy Sunday fun day, y'all. Let's continue listening to this service.
I'm gonna show you how to take this.
Hold on real quick. We got a commercial. Hold on, we got a commercial on the loose.
When the horrific, tragic assassination of Charlie took place on Wednesday, we were devastated, as were millions across the country and the world. As I'm sure many of you have seen, vigils, prayer services, and memorials started popping up everywhere completely organically. We kept waiting to hear of one that was going to be happening in the DC area, and as patience is not the strongest virtue that either of us possess, by Thursday evening we were going stir crazy and knew we had to do something. That's when we banded together to do what Turning Point quite literally trained us for, to plan a massive event like this with all but 48 hours notice. Truly to honor one of the greatest men that we've ever known.
Another thank you to the over 80 volunteers who were made up of friends, Turning Point alum, and those simply inspired by Charlie to get involved and lend a hand. It takes an army to pull something like this, and thankfully, over the past decade, that's exactly what Charlie has built.
Exactly 1 year ago today, I stood with Charlie Kirk on campus at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. We were still pushing to get winner-take-all passed in the Nebraska legislature before the 2024 election. He texted me, yet again, 48 hours beforehand, simply saying, hey, if I come to the game Saturday, can we do a pop-up winner-take-all rally outside of the stadium? And of course, as one does whenever Charlie asks for something, I said yes. Of course, we'll make it happen. And we did. When he showed up to a campus, a crowd of 300 to 400 students greeted him, wanting selfies, their MAGA hat signed, or to answer one of his man-on-the-street questions in front of the film crew. I met Charlie for the first time back in 2014, when I was only a freshman in college, trying to start a Turning Point USA chapter on my own campus. We really got to know each other in 2017 when that same campus in Nebraska had professors and administrators harassing and yelling profanities at our chapter leader there. We of course got video footage of the insanity, sent it to Charlie immediately, and his response was, oh, we're gonna make these people famous. And we did, if there was any doubt. I've planned a lot of events over the years, both with and for Charlie.
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all are hilarious in the chat. Oh my goodness. Happy Sunday fun day, everybody. But I was gonna do another video. I was gonna do a reaction. However, I seen this pop up. And this was last night, I believe, at DC at the Kennedy Center, and they are doing their memorial there from last night. And this morning, this afternoon is his funeral. So when I started, hey Anonymous, how are you? So when I went and started to start the show, this had kind of popped up. So I wanted to just do a reaction to this, which we're just listening and seeing what they have to say, and then we'll kind of jump over to the funeral, because right now there's a lot of people who are over there in Arizona trying to get in so that the funeral, whenever the funeral starts, everybody will be in the building, and then the funeral services will start, and then we're gonna jump over to that. But welcome in, happy Sunday. Let's continue listening to this ceremony.
From debates with theology professors and campus clash tours to county
I'm sorry, memorial
party fundraisers and pop-up rallies.
Hey Sean.
It was incredible to witness the growth of Turning Point USA under his leadership. We went from having to all but bribe people to attend our events on campus because it was not yet cool to be a conservative in politics, to having to turn people away at events because we reached max capacity with very little promotion. The one thing I never imagined, though, was that this would be the last event that I planned for him. I owe a lot in my life to Charlie Kirk, as I know so many do. His ability to invest in you, bring out the best in you, and push you to be better and work harder is unmatched. People like him only come along once in a generation. I'm a better person for knowing him, and we're a better country because of him.
And see, this is her opinion. Everybody has maybe a different opinion. This is her opinion, and it's okay for her to have her opinion. But y'all, let's continue. Michael says, is that his wife? No, I don't think neither one of these are his wife. I don't think, no, his wife looks different from that. That's not his wife. These are, from what I'm gathering, these are people who used to work with him and used to, I guess, work with their, what's it called? The organization that he had. So let's continue.
Echoing everything Malik.
He's the recycling guy. Y'all is cutting up this morning in this chat already, y'all. Y'all is hilarious. Let's continue.
Just said, our country would look very different today if it wasn't for Charlie Kirk. What started as a small get-together.
They must, you is a mess. Y'all got me hollering this morning. I can y'all is a mess. Y'all, let's continue.
The Washington Monument quickly became very much bigger. We are honored to have so many amazing speakers tonight who knew Charlie well and wanted the opportunity to share their personal close stories with him, as I'm sure many of us have. In one way or another, we are all connected by Charlie Kirk. Your MC for the evening will be someone who is very near and dear to my heart, from the great state of Arizona, State Senator Jake Hoffman. Jake has known Charlie for over a decade and has been an integral part.
See, says, why is his funeral on national TV, laughing out loud? This is what a lot of people are saying. People are saying, why is he being treated as such? Now, I got a question for everybody. Who is paying for the funeral? Do y'all know? Who's paying for this funeral? Because this is a massive funeral. They got to pay the security guards, the police. They got to pay all these people for them to come and work this funeral. Who is paying for this? I'm wondering. Anonymous says, left one for squirrely eyes. Who is paying for this funeral, y'all? Do y'all know? I don't know, but let's continue. People are saying, why is the funeral? You know, they were talking about the school shootings. Like, nobody's worried about their families as much as they're worried about Kirk, Charlie Kirk. And, you know, there was a lot of kids, within the last couple of months that have been injured or... All right, you guys, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Put a yes in the comment box. I am back. My system froze up, you guys. My system then froze up, but I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Bronze, how are you? Welcome. Let's continue, y'all.
For tonight, I'll just echo what they said. Thank you to Ambassador Cornell and the Kennedy Center staff.
Yes, Anonymous, them servers is working in overtime today. It may be a couple of glitches, but can y'all hear me? Put yes in the chat if y'all can hear me.
I want to thank a specific group of 4 people who helped make tonight possible. And that's Charlotte Perez, who you just saw, Malia Shirley, Mike Araya, and there was
all right,
so
Anonymous.
That,
all right, thank you, guys.
Those 3 put in countless hours of work.
All right,
to make
Jeremy,
tonight
thank
possible.
you. Davis, thank you. Mark, thank you. Michael Miller, thank you.
I want to thank all of you. I want to thank everyone in this room that took time out of their schedule to be here. I want to thank Speaker Johnson for being here, all of the White House administration officials that are here.
Thank you, Mary.
Charlie Kirk. We have over 85 members of Congress here tonight to honor Charlie Kirk. We have national conservative leaders that have flown in on a moment's...
Y'all is hilarious in these... laughing. Happy Sunday. Y'all, welcome in the building, y'all. Let's continue listening to this memorial service from yesterday at the Kennedy Center for Charlie Kirk, you guys.
Notice just to be a part of this and to honor the life and legacy and the impact of Charlie Kirk. We have grassroots from all over the DC and Virginia and Maryland areas. Thank you all. I saw buses out there. Anybody who came on a bus, God bless you for doing that. And this impact here tonight goes so much bigger than just what you see in this room, because we had every network live during this. And so we have boxes providing pool coverage, and there are millions of people that will be.
Oh, he said that they have stations begging to air this. Okay, did y'all hear that? I mean, this kind of sounds suspicious, but where happened to the funerals that the children were lost at the schools? But I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
Watching along with us. Now this is a prayer vigil, and so bow your heads with me because I want to offer up some words for the night. Dear Heavenly Father, Jesus, we love you, and we know that Charlie Kirk loved you dearly. God, we know that you have a plan.
Okay, hold on. Let's skip this commercial, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Happy Sunday. Hold on. Let me turn on the light, y'all. Hold up, swole up. Let me just put this right here real quick, y'all. Let me turn on the light because y'all got me dying laughing. I was trying to turn the light out so it'd be a little better, better view on the laptop, but y'all is hilarious. Now, it seems like we got some people who are for Charlie and who are against. Can y'all tell me who was like, you know, a fan of Charlie and who was? Put a yes or put a no in the comment box, because y'all got me dying laughing in this chat box, and everybody has a right to speak. It's called a freedom of speech, and we like to let everybody have a freedom of speech over here, but just be respectful. Be respectful. Okay, I got some no's, I got some yeses, I got some nope, I got some for him. Okay, we got some yes, we got some nope, we got some yes. Okay, and it's our you're right. It's your freedom of speech on how you feel. So it's okay, but just let's be respectful, because we don't want anybody to, you know, feel offended on how they feel on you know, if they like them or if they not. But y'all are hilarious. But let's continue, you guys. Let's continue. Let's get this show continued. Uh-oh.
And the peace that I have been finding these last few days, God, is that Charlie Kirk, when he sat down...
Oh, wait, I meant to ask one more question. Are y'all familiar with this person? I don't know who he is. I mean, it said his name, but I'm not familiar with him or any of these people besides, they said RFK Jr. But are y'all familiar with this person? Let me know. Put a yes or no. Smash the like button, you guys.
That table, when he picked up that microphone, he knew.
Okay, never
that
seen.
No
Okay.
matter what happened, your plan was perfect. God, I pray that you will be with the Kirk family. I pray that you will be with Erica and those little babies. God, just bless them, because this week they lost a husband and they lost a dad. God, but we know that Charlie wants us to celebrate, not just mourn. And so we come to you tonight and we ask that you would let this be an honor to his legacy and that we would celebrate him all the like. In your name, amen. So with that in mind, because friends, we are mourning, but we are also celebrating an incredible...
Simone! I think it's Simone says he sounds like one of those Jesus freaks. Y'all, it's hilarious this morning, y'all. Let's continue.
Life. From South Korea to London, Charlie Kirk has had an impact. From student campuses to the White House, Charlie Kirk has had an impact. So I gotta ask you, if you are in here and you are under the age of 35 and Charlie Kirk touched your life, let's hear you. You know, there's a motto going around the Turning Point offices right now, and that's "We are all Charlie Kirk now." You are all Charlie Kirk now. Charlie Kirk sacrificed his life defending our civil liberties to engage in free and open and honest debate. Charlie Kirk, you know, I know a different side of this man. I've known Charlie for a very long time, since he was a Chicago boy who was trying to figure out whether he was going to make the move to DC as he grew his organization, or whether he was going to move to the heartland. And it was
Okay. If from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie grew up in Chicago, but lived in at least the funeral is in Arizona. So Arizona, is that where he lives at now, but was raised in Chicago? Can anybody tell me that? Chicago raised, Arizona is, I guess, where he lives at. But let's continue, guys. Smash the like button.
right-hand man, Tyler Boyer.
Okay.
Tyler
Thank you,
Boyer
Carl.
has been by his side since
Wanda,
day
okay,
one.
thank you.
And he convinced Charlie, and they decided that it was better to move to the heartland because everyday Americans were who were going to save this country. It was going to be the people that live on Main Street, not the people that perpetually run for office. You know, 2019, it was New Year's Day, and most people on New Year's Day are waking up slow and having breakfast because they probably stayed up too late the night before. And I get a frantic text from Charlie Kirk, and he says, "Jake, you got to come to the office. We're having a team meeting to strategize for the next 3 years." And yes, sir, because that's what you do with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk.
Okay, thank you, Bronze. Bronze said he was born in Chi-Town and was a college dropout then moved to Zone, Arizona. Oh, okay, thank you, Bronze. Thank you.
As a personality, he was a personality that when he asked you to do something, you knew in your bones that he knew what he was talking about. Because his convictions, they weren't driven by personal ambitions. They weren't driven by a desire for celebrity. They weren't driven by a desire for...
Thank you for Black. For Black says, let's see them flies. Thank you for Black. Thank you for that super chat. Let's continue. Thank you.
Fame, or for power, or influence, or for money. Charlie cared about the principles of America. He cared about the history of America. And he built an organization with people like Tyler by his side and many, many others, thousands of others by his side. He built an organization to give you a voice. And so I hope that tonight this will be an honor to him. And I hope that we can do him right by this service. God bless you all. And I want to welcome up Speaker Mike Johnson.
Please welcome the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Mike Johnson.
Okay, y'all, I don't know like I said, I don't follow politics, but being that this is like a hot story, it's very, very viral. I wanted to, cover it. There's a lot of people that are kind of, mixed in the story. Like these people, I don't know them. I don't know what their background is, what they stand for, whatever, but they evidently, support Charlie Kirk. But I don't know any of their, like I said, none of their backgrounds, and I can't even look at them and call them by name because I don't know who they are. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all.
It does my heart good to see you, and they hear that all the way in heaven.
Oh, Charlie, great. That's a great, thank you, Charlie. Charlie says we need to stop the race card and unite. Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Charlie. Thank you for that. Y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button. See, people don't understand, we all bleed the same blood. Just because we don't agree with the next person, it's okay. Some people don't agree with their spouses on everything 100%, right? And I wouldn't want my spouse to agree with me on everything. I want I want him to have his own freedom of speech. Just because I like spaghetti and he don't, I'm not gonna try to shove the situation or the spaghetti down his throat and try to make him like it. I'm not gonna do that. So everybody has a freedom of speech, and they should think on things, and have their own opinion, and it's okay, you guys. But y'all, let's continue.
But I'm telling you, it's been a very, very difficult week in America. We all know that. It's been a mixture of unspeakable sadness and grief and anger and even fear. It's as if a dark shadow was cast over our country, and certainly here, even on Capitol Hill. The leaders of the nation have been shaken, as have university students and college students and young people all across the country. It's as if the ground was shifted beneath us. We all felt it deep, deep inside. And in spite of that, we remember that our dear friend Charlie would never want us to be overcome by despair. He would want exactly the opposite. Charlie Kirk recruited and trained and educated a generation of happy warriors.
Hold on, April said release the Epstein files. Do y'all think, put a yes or a no in the comment box, do y'all think that they're going to release these Epstein files? I mean, people been asking for these Epstein files for some years now, right? Do y'all think they're going to release the Epstein files? Put a yes. Okay, we see some no's. Oh, absolutely no. What? We see a lot of no's. I mean, never. Oh, Loli says never. Y'all is hilarious. Dominique says never. Oh my goodness. Fight for Victim says release the Trump Epstein files. Oh Lord. Braun says nope. Hey, Dr. Sharice says nope. Kat says not unless they scrub it first. Kat said they gotta go through with a fine-tooth comb. Y'all is hilarious. Y'all, let's continue listening. Let's continue.
And we do well to be reminded that the best way to honor his memory and to honor his unmatched legacy is to live as Charlie did. That's right. I just have two thoughts. In a very brief moment I'm given to speak to you tonight, I just want to give you two thoughts in that regard. If we can do two things that Charlie did, we will honor that legacy. One is to advance his principles, and the other is to adopt his approach. Now, regarding his principles, Charlie was a man of deep faith and conviction. Everyone here can testify to that, and all the speakers will tonight. I mean, he meant it to his core. He was authentic, and that's what drew people to the message so much. And he believed in the things that are noble and praiseworthy and good that Scripture talks about. He believed in family and freedom, faith and virtue and patriotism. See, Charlie understood that we live in the greatest...
Oh, wait, Charlie says Candace Owens is telling the truth about what happened to Charlie. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn the camera real quick, because I did a live yesterday. I did 3 lives yesterday, actually. But on one of my lives, I think it was the second live that I did. Remember, you guys, I said that Candace Owens said that she was talking to Charlie, and she said that Charlie was trying to get custody back of himself. Now, for those who was in my live yesterday, I found that clip, and maybe after this, I will go back and play that clip where Candace says that he was trying to that Charlie was trying to pull back from whatever he was talking about, and that he wanted to kind of change or do whatever he wanted to do per se, but he signed up for a program that didn't allow him to pull back. So it was like I feel, this is my opinion about the situation. He was trying to, it was a tug of war situation, but she said that he was trying to get custody of it. He's a grown man. He's married. He got 2 children. What is he trying to get custody? He's grown. But when you sign up for those programs, or when you are in that lifestyle per se, it's kind of hard to do what you want to do. when you are being kind of controlled. And I'm talking about, I mean, look at the Diddy situation. Look at every situation that you're dealing with, like in politics and in Hollywood, all of those situations, they don't really have custody of themselves. And what Candace was saying, I was like, I don't know this, 100%, but from what I see and I feel, it looks like that was possibly true. But y'all, let's continue listening.
In the history of the world, it's not even close.
Oh, okay. So Charlie said no, he refused the program. That's what I'm saying. He refused the program. He did not want to continue to follow the program. He wanted to, from what I gathered now, this is just my opinion, it sounded like he didn't want to be a part of their program anymore. He wanted to probably do what he wanted to do, and they were not having that. I mean, that's what it seems to me. But like I said, I'm going to play the video of this after we play this, and y'all tell me what y'all think.
Argues, and Charlie could beat them all. We're the most free, most successful, most powerful, most benevolent nation that has ever been on the earth. And Charlie understood why, and he wanted others to understand it as well. Because Charlie knew that if you don't understand the source of your freedom, it is easy for it to be taken away. Charlie believed in the...
And now, you guys, let me just give my thoughts and my opinion. Now, I didn't see some of the stuff that Charlie said. And some of the stuff was very disrespectful, belittling of other people. Like, especially when I seen him say that in the with the black pilot, if he sees a black pilot, something to the effect that he's gonna ask them, like, do you have like the credentials to fly this plane or something like that. I find that to be very disrespectful, because nobody is in a position, if you're going through an interview, you're getting your credentials checked, they would have never selected you for that position. Let's be for real, let's be honest. So that's very disrespectful for somebody who hasn't even completed college, because they said he never even completed college. But I'm just saying this certain things, and it's his opinion and it's how he felt. But how does the next person feel about what he said? A lot of people are saying that what he was saying was very disrespectful. It was condescending. He wasn't, for Christ, for Jesus being a Christian, because Christians won't treat somebody like that. If you're a Christian, you won't treat somebody like that because of the color of their skin. But this was my take, and this is my opinion on it. But y'all, let's continue.
Creed of our country, which we will celebrate our 250th anniversary next year. Right. Charlie loved to take university students and young people through the second paragraph of the Declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident. By the way, students, what is the self-evident truth? It's something that's obvious. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, not born equal, created equal. That's what Charlie knew.
Now, like I said, he wasn't treating people, all equal to me in the videos I see. Now, I have to go back and watch some of the videos, but this is just my opinion on what he said, because how would he feel if somebody came to him and said, do you have credentials to be at this college debating these kids? How would he feel if they asked him that? So, it's like a two-way street, not a one-way street. People can ask him the same questions that he's asking others, So let's just be for real. Let's be honest. If somebody is in a position, they have to have these credentials. They have to have whatever license, whatever credential it is to fly the plane, right? They're not just taking any Joe Blow off the street and say, hey, you want a job as an airplane pilot? We don't have to check your credentials. Just get up there and see if you can fly. Absolutely not. These people have been vetted. They have interviews. They check and make sure that all of their paperwork is in a row. So this is, to me, it was very belittling and very disrespectful for somebody to say that. And he, from what I understand, wasn't even a college graduate. He dropped out. So how are you going to ask somebody else, are you credentialed when you dropped out of college? You have no room to ask anybody any question on if they got any kind of credentials because you have dropped out of college. And this is just from the research that I have done. They say he's a college dropout, so he didn't need to open his mouth to ask those type of questions, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just saying. But let's continue.
And Charlie knew that because of that, because what the founders said, what they articulated, that God created us. He's the one that gave us our inalienable rights. Charlie Kirk stood for the principle, and he shared it everywhere he could. Our rights do not derive from the state or a king. They come from the King of Kings. Charlie also taught so effectively. He did it as well as anybody in his generation, or possibly for many generations.
Hold on, Anonymous, you got a twin in the building. Hold on, Anonymous says, I'm not a hater. I don't get paid to watch this. I'm not supporting this channel to her to get paid. Shaking my head. Okay, that's fine. That is your opinion, and I'm okay with it because nobody is holding you hostage here. So, y'all, let's continue.
That the other principles that come from that, what the founders do, and when they put this country together, this grand experiment in self-governance, they understood that we are made in the image of God. And because of that, that's right, because of that, Charlie knew and he believed it, and you could see it in how he advanced this ministry of his.
The world's first titanium non-stick pan.
Let's skip that commercial. But Anonymous says, at the fake Anonymous, you are free to leave. Absolutely, Anonymous. The my mod, he's able to leave. Nobody's holding you hostage, Anonymous. The Timu Anonymous, because we got the real Anonymous who is my mod. But the Timu Anonymous, you can leave, you can exit to the left. Nobody is crying and sling snot because you don't want to be here. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. So you can stay or you can go. But what we not gonna do is be disrespectful. Okay, now let's carry on.
Value, and your value is not related in any way to the color of your skin or what zip code you live in, where you go to school. It's irrelevant. Your value is inherent because it is given to you by God. That's what Charlie Kirk believed.
Oh, hold on. We got a super chat. Starch Manning, thank you for the super chat. Starch Manning says, when my Christian friends couldn't admit Trump was racist, I assume willful ignorance. When they can't admit Charlie was hateful, made me cry. Thank you for that super chat, Starch. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's continue.
We could advance those principles that Charlie advanced. We'll be able to save this great republic, and that's what he was all about. But we should also adopt his approach. See, Charlie loved a vigorous debate, but he loved people more. Charlie, that's right. Charlie was never motivated by hate. I mean,
and see, okay, somebody says Kirk 442 says Kirk was racist. A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people are saying he was a racist. And when I seen some of the stuff that, he said, I was like, maybe some of these people who are saying that maybe are possibly right. Because some of the stuff, when you are a loving Christian, you don't care what color the person's skin is. You treat them however you treat everybody else. You don't discriminate just because they're black, they're brown, they're white, pink, purple. You treat them the same way, right? You treat them with respect. But y'all, this is what a lot of people are saying. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button.
Clean the clock of anybody in a debate. We all know it. But you know what he did? After those debates, he was always the first person to reach out a hand of friendship or to offer an arm around the shoulder of someone who he felt was lost. Because in many places, in many cases, the people he was debating were indeed lost, not just philosophically, but spiritually. And Charlie knew the truth.
Hey, Bougie Barbie. Now, I want to know, we got Christians in here. I'm a Christian too. I'm not going to sit there and treat somebody different or try to belittle them just because they may be Spanish, they may be white, or whatever, Filipino, Asian, or whatever the case may be. My family is mixed. You come for Christmas at my house, it's everybody up in there. Asians, Mexican, white, black, everybody is in my family. So I have no room, and I've never in my heart been a person to judge somebody from the color of their skin. I judge a person off how they act, how they treat me, if they're respectful. You know, I judge off of that, not the color of their skin. But y'all, let's continue.
Truth, and he knew that eternity awaits us all. We know exactly where Charlie is right now. That's right. Charlie had such faith and such belief, and he wanted to share that truth with others. And what he was trying to do is pull people back from the abyss, not just to save a country, but to save souls. That's what Charlie Kirk was about. And that will resonate. It goes far beyond him. His legacy is immeasurable. I used to be a lawyer. I defended free speech and religious freedom and all that in the courts. And we talked a lot about advancing and preserving the free marketplace of ideas. I think Charlie Kirk offered more productive content, the free marketplace of ideas, than anyone in his generation, and arguably in the last 100 years of U.S. history. I could go on and on, but I'm out of time because you have a lot of great people to hear from tonight. Everybody has a story about Charlie, and they're all worthy to be shared. And I would know we'll be doing that for many days to come. I just leave you with a thought from Edmund Burke. It's attributed to him, and Charlie knew this quote well. He was my friend. We talked about these things. He reminded young people, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. Charlie Kirk did so much in his short life that he spurred that on in other people. He inspired it in other people. And that message and that truth will go more boldly now than it did while he was here. It will go forward with power and strength. That's it. I've been asked.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to switch gears just a tad bit, and I'm going to pull up the hold on, you guys. I'm sorry, I got it turned around to my computer top. So I'm going to switch gears just a teeny bit, you guys. Happy Sunday Fun Day. How are y'all doing today? Y'all, we are going to go to where Candace was talking about Charlie Kirk being trying to take custody back of himself. Celebrity says, stop putting curse words or you'll be blocked. Yes, please do not curse in the chat. You will be blocked, or you will be your comment will be deleted. Please, no curse words. Let me go over here because is it this one? I want to say it's this one right here. Let me see if it's this chat right here, because somebody asked me yesterday. They was like, you're putting words in hold on. You're putting words in what's her name? Candace's mouth. And I said, no, this is what Candace said. Candace said that hold on, you guys. Candace said that that Charlie Kirk was trying to get custody back of himself. So let me, I'm trying to bring this up, you guys. Hold on just a second. So that had me thinking, did he sign up for one of them programs that he cannot get out of easily? I mean, I do believe so. But you guys, I'm going to play it, and you guys let me know what y'all think. Because it sounds like he was trying to make a change. I'm not excusing him for what he said, because I feel he has said some very awful, horrific things, in my opinion. But let me see. Hold up, you guys. I'm trying to try to cue it up. Okay, I want to say, let me see. Hold on. Hold up, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna play it from the front. I'm gonna kind of play it from the beginning before we got enough time. I'm gonna play this video from the beginning, a little bit from the beginning, because this is the video where she goes into like says different things or whatever, but basically says that Charlie Kirk wanted to take back custody of himself, and I was like, whoa. But y'all, let me go ahead and get this and then turn the camera, because I want to know what you guys think. Now, this is Charlie Kirk's wife, of course, and she's given her speech, where of course she's upset, she's hurt, and she's given her take and her her spill on this. But let's wrap it back just a little bit more.
Was publicly executed before the world.
Thank you, Starch Manning. Thank you. Starch Manning says Christian nationalists aren't patriots. Supremacists aren't actually about Jesus. Get a grip, my white evangelistic friends. Oh wow. Okay, thank you, Starch Manning. I appreciate that super chat. So let's listen to what Candace has to say, you guys.
Her was when his wife, Mrs. Erica Kirk, addressed not just the nation but the entire world. Her words were very powerful, and we just have a very brief portion of her remarks, which you should pursue in their entirety. But here she is.
If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die.
Beautiful, powerful words. Charlie had just one wife. What we got to see across this weekend is that there were
Celebrity
world, like
Celebrity says, sounds threatening. Yeah, it does sound a little threatening what she is saying, right? I'm just saying. I mean, this is crazy. But y'all, let's continue. Deborah says, Candace, bye. People are saying that Candace is a mess, y'all. I don't know much about Candace. I just know that she has been like on FBI. She turned to the whole FBI agent during this situation, because y'all know they are saying that she is best friends with Kirk, and now they're saying that is she going to the funeral or is she not? She said that she don't think she's not going to the funeral, from what I can recall from her video, one of her videos that I watched. But y'all, let's continue.
Said, who were deeply moved by Charlie Kirk throughout their lives, and of course have been deeply moved by this tragedy and what she is describing there. That fire, a lot of us are feeling it. I am definitely feeling it. I had a very tough weekend.
Okay,
very tough weekend.
Okay,
I will say this. My entire life, I've not been much of a crier. It is not my choice emotion. I'm not a person who bursts into tears.
Now, I got a question. Candace says, Candace, she married somebody from UK, I believe. Does she even live in the United States? You guys, do y'all know if she lives here in the United States, or if she lives like overseas, wherever her husband's from? Because like I said, I don't know nothing about Candace, and I could have looked this up myself, but I don't know. Do y'all know if she lives here in the States still, or if she lives overseas? But let's continue, you guys.
And some people are like that. This weekend, I didn't just cry. I wept. I wept for Charlie. Obviously, I didn't make it through the tribute to him on Friday, and
okay. She lives in Tennessee. Okay. Thank you, guys.
For those of you who wanted to see me in a moment of weakness, that was delivered to you. Fair. Yeah, I watched my friend get shot in the neck. Yeah, that's what happened. I just want to say that he was publicly executed again before the world. The question is why, right? When you are in a state of grief, you go through a lot of emotions, and I'm arriving right now at a lot of anger, the audacity of some people. It has taken much restraint and prayer, and I had to.
Davo says, "Oh, I can't take her." This is what a lot of people are saying about Candace. A lot of people do not like Candace, and like I said, I don't know a lot about her at all. I just know that she was with Charlie Kirk. You know, they kind of came up together from what I can see, from my understanding, and they did a lot of stuff together. Then they opened, I guess, or started that TPSU, I think it is, business or whatever. So that's the only thing I really know about her, that she's married to somebody from overseas, and I think she has 3 or 4 kids, if I'm not mistaken. That's all I know. I thought she was lived overseas, but I don't know. Anonymous says Candace needs a Dave Chappelle wrap it up box. Anonymous, you is a mess. You is a mess. Celebrity says, yeah, her politics aren't reflective of her reality. This is what people are saying, y'all. They don't like it. Candace, they say no, Candace, we got to get somebody else to do it. But y'all, let's continue.
Speak with a priest. I had to go to confession. These emotions that I am having, wanting to
Was she singing? This is my confessions. I don't know. Was she singing that? This is my confessions. Was she went to go talk to her priest? I don't know. But y'all, let's continue.
Bond with Charlie in his own words, really. People that are coming forward and saying this is what he thought and this is how he should be remembered. It just feels really inappropriate to me. I didn't know what to do other than to scroll through messages between me and Charlie, regarding which there are a ton of them, and kept going back and watching the many videos of us dancing to the song Power, and it felt appropriate to reach out to TA, speaking about things, talking about his mode when he wrote the song. You know, when you wrote the song Power, why did we have it as our hype song? Because the song is about the ability to find it within yourself to become what you know you are capable of becoming inside of a matrix, when you just realize everything is dishonest, that everything is performative, that people are dishonest, that they are going to try to stop you from being great. In fact, it's the end of the song, the question that he asks at the end of the song, that's the most important. Ye asks, do you have the power to let power go? Do you have the power to say no?
Wait. This is where I think she's about to say this, you guys. This is a point, I believe this is the part where she's about to say about him trying to gain custody of himself. But y'all just listen closely. And like I said, I don't know nothing about Candace except for what I just told you guys. So I don't know, a lot of people can't stand her. But y'all, let's continue.
To power. I told you guys that Charlie was going through a spiritual transformation at the end, and all of the usual suspects were really angry that I hinted towards that. What do you mean? You're not allowed to say that. They were attacking me, trying to make me fearful, to speak out and speak about the things that I know. I'm not feeling very fearful right now. I am, like I said, very angry. And I found, Charlie's favorite portion of the song. I'll show you the text between him and I, because this feels very relevant right now. This is, again, lyrics directly from the song Power, but I just needed time alone with my own thoughts. Got treasures in my mind, couldn't open up my own vault. My childlike creativity, purity, and honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me. Taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted.
See, what does he say? He says that taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted me with. So y'all, that sounds really, really deep. But y'all, hold on. Let's continue listening to what Candace is saying about this. This right here, y'all, this is kind of cuts a little deep when it says, hold on, you guys. When it says that he couldn't, he's trying to get custody back of himself. But Candace is gonna say that. But let's continue.
Me. That's a moment where really speaking about how hard it is. Like when you're saying, no, this is what I believe. And they say, you're not allowed to believe that. You feel like you are fighting for custody of yourself.
See, there it was. She said he felt like he was fighting for custody of himself. But let's see her tell it.
And I want to be very clear that I believe, in fact, I know that towards the end, Charlie was fighting for custody of himself.
See, she said that she believed that Charlie was fighting for custody of himself. Let me wrap that back just a teeny bit.
Honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me. Taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted me. And that's a moment where he is really speaking about how hard it is. Like when you're saying, no, this is what I believe. And they say, you're not allowed to believe that. You feel like you are fighting for custody of yourself. And I want to be very clear that...
Oh, you know what, celebrity? That may be right. Celebrity said, that sounds demonic. Celebrity, you might be right. Bougie Barbie says, fighting who? For custody of himself? See, that's what I'm confused on too. I thought it was like, I was taking it as that he was, like he signed up for this program, like, just the people where they tell you what to do, they control you, they'll tell you what to say, how to say it, what not to say, how not to say certain things. So I was thinking of it in that way. But celebrity scandalous, you're right. Bougie Barbie, you're right. You're like, custody of who? What? Wait, what's going on? It does sound like something deep, right? It sounds like something that may be a little deeper than what we know. But y'all, let's continue. Let me wrap that back again, because I was like, whoa, I can't believe she said this. Some people were saying yesterday, don't be putting words in Candace's mouth. I said, no, I'm not. I don't like to put words in nobody's mouth. I like to listen and see what people are saying, and then say what they said. Hey, my baby Jamil Peterson says, salute, beautiful. Salute to you too, my baby. Y'all, let's wrap that back again.
My childlike creativity, purity, and honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me. Taking my inner child, I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted me. And that's a moment where he is really speaking about how hard it is. Like when you're saying, no, this is what I believe. And they say, you're not allowed to believe that. You feel like you are fighting for custody of yourself. And I want to be very clear that I believe, in fact, I know that towards the end, Charlie was fighting for custody of himself. I want to say that. I want to say that plainly. And there are lies that are being told and they need to be slapped down right now. There's one person who's been out there acting like he is a widow.
Hold on. Rick said Candace is grifted off of Charlie. This is what they're saying. Y'all are saying so much stuff out there. I mean, even on TikTok, a lot of people are saying stuff about Candace Owens, but like I said, I don't know her. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue, because when she said this, I was like, did he sign up, like I said, for a program? He was trying to change his agenda, change his thoughts, trying to figure out, how to get away from this whole situation. I mean, I don't know, but let's continue.
No, just saying the absolute most, tweeting first about what happened to Charlie, following it minute to minute, and doing hits in a foreign country, right? Like making time to do hits on Fox News, 2 of them. Bibi Netanyahu who's fighting, I think, like an 84 front war with everyone, made a lot of time for Charlie Kirk. You would have thought they were the best of friends, as close as him and Trump were. But I will...
So, question, you guys. So, Candace, she doesn't like Bibi, I guess better known, they said his name is Bibi Netanyahu. This Candace must not like Bibi. Is that right? Am I understanding right? Rick says only 81 likes and 100 people watching. Hit the like button, everybody. Yes, smash the like button, y'all. Smash the like button. So she does that? Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. She don't like Bibi Netanyahu or whatever his name is. Let's smash the like button, y'all. Okay. Special Beam says that's right. Oh, okay. RYU says that's right. Okay. So she can't stand Bibi. Okay. Let's continue, y'all.
say I don't recall Erica mentioning Bibi Netanyahu in her speech. The way he's presenting it is like he was I mean, this is just the worst loss for him, but I don't think that is the truth. In fact, I know for a fact that he is misrepresenting some things that happened there towards the end. So,
okay, hold on. Dragon God says she spoke about Charlie, but had to put herself in her story about Charlie as she did. Okay, so a lot of people are saying that she is trying to basically, get a little clout, off of Charlie Kirk. She kind of showing up and showing out now that he's passed away, because they are saying, somebody went on a podcast and said that what's her name, Candace, was no longer working with Charlie, and that they hadn't seen Candace around since like 2015. But I guess Candace, she kind of debunked that and said, yes, I was traveling with Charlie last year. I went, I guess, to different colleges or something with Charlie last year. So I don't know what their relationship was even when he passed away. Do y'all know? I mean, was it a sour situation? And from what I hear, is she still a part of the business, or is she not a part? I don't know. Hey, Snake Nurse, how are you? So I don't know.
let's at first listen to what Bibi Netanyahu, just one day, less than 24 hours after Charlie died, what Bibi Netanyahu had to say on Fox News. Take a listen.
We're just heartbroken. Myself, my wife, my family, my son, actually, on his 2019 visit to Israel, had lunch with him and his wife, Erica. We're shattered first as human beings, because a great human being has been taken from us. Was an extraordinary friend. He said, he wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year. He said, one of my greatest joys as a Christian is advocating for Israel and forming alliances to defend Judeo-Christian civilization. A few weeks before the tragedy yesterday, I called him and I spoke to him and I said, please come to Israel. I invited him to Israel. And sadly, that visit will not take place. But he was a defender of our common Judeo-Christian civilization. He was unbelievably excited to walk in the footsteps of Jesus.
Okay, I have another question for those who are like spun up on this topic. Now, do you think that Charlie had a good relationship with Benjamin Netanyahu? Do you put a yes or put a no, or let me know, because I don't know how their relationship was. Because Candace, I don't know if she's like a little jealous, hating on Benjamin Netanyahu or what. Okay, Charlie says nope. Dragon said okay, no. Okay, so Charlie didn't have a good relationship with Benjamin Netanyahu. So is this okay? Oh, okay. So this, hey lady, how are you? So this is why Candace is feeling some type of way with what Benjamin Netanyahu is saying. Is that right? Okay, I get it. So Benjamin Netanyahu needs to go ahead and have a couple of seats. Is that right, you guys? Put a yes in the chat. Okay, put a yes in the chat if y'all feel that. I guess from what I understand, RM says he's a murderer. Oh wow. The recycling guy says Charlie was a wall kisser. Y'all is the best. Bougie Barbie says, hey friend at a lady. Ewan says RYU, go watch Charlie's videos. You're wrong. Okay, Charlie says this is why he was struggling. Okay, so it was the tug of war with Benjamin Netanyahu? I don't know. I don't know. Snake Nurse says, I know. Okay, I don't know, y'all. But this is all crazy. This is like really, really all crazy. I don't know like all the ins and outs of it, because I'm still learning from y'all. It's a lot to probably go back and try to research, because there's like so much that hold on, let me take this out of here. There's so much that to unpack here. I heard he took Uh-oh, Dr. Shree says, celebrity said yes is deep. RYU says Toucan Dance never liked Israel president. Wow. So there's a lot going on here, evidently. Dr. Shree says, I heard he took oh, Dr. Sharice, probably so. Oh, wow. So this is probably why Candace has this little personal vendetta against him, because maybe she's like, oh yeah, I know you didn't took him out. And you not know they say he be murking people allegedly over there, wherever. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, uh, DT Layson, if I said that right, says, wait, it's so much to research, so you're not going to ever try instead of trusting randoms. Oh, no, I'm going to look up certain things, but not everything, because there's too much to catch up on with this situation. I don't like to get into politics, but I want to know what is, everybody's take on this situation, because I don't keep up with politics. And I know it's a lot of catching up to do if I've never, ever dealt with keeping up with politics. So yes, it's too much. Ewan says DT, don't trust us, watch his videos, you're scared, you're, I guess, maybe put wrong, they meant to say. Celebrity says exactly. Yeah, so it's a lot to unpack here, y'all. It is a lot going on, but y'all, I'm not gonna keep you guys, because soon, and very soon, they're gonna start the funeral. Let me check and see where they're at. Hold on, you guys, before I let you guys go. Let me see where they are at with the funeral processions. Snake Nurse says, okay. Dr. Shree says, yep. Okay, let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Let me know how y'all are doing on a scale of 1 to 10. How is y'all's day going? How is y'all Sunday fun day going? From a 1 to 10, mine's going great. I woke up, got dressed, washed my hair, and started my Sunday fun day out. Oh, okay, hold on. So they are doing some type of song and music and stuff like that, but it hasn't kicked off yet. So I'm gonna probably come back on here. I'm gonna get, like, I have a couple of things I gotta put my beans on. For one, I gotta put my beans on, and then we're gonna come back because they are starting to, like, sing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go and put my beans on and come back, because they're starting to sing and have, like, people I guess doing stuff already for the funeral. I guess maybe this is like kind of like the pre-funeral, I guess. But I'll be back in just a little bit. Repercussions will be strong. Bougie Barbie says, I'm going to have a good day. I'm about to start cooking dinner. Yes, indeed, Bougie Barbie. Me too. I mean, I cooked some stuff last night, but I need to put my beans on. So I need to get my beans in that crock pot. What you throwing in the into those beans? I usually put I'll be putting some, like, some smoked turkey necks and stuff like that, but I'm just making beans and put my seasoning in there. I'm trying to behave myself. So yeah, I made my rice last night. I made my baked chicken last night, so I need to put my beans on. So that's what I'm gonna eat. Put on for dinner so we can eat. But y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys. So we'll be back in about 30 or 40 minutes or so. So I can go ahead. Celebrities laughing. I love to eat, honey. I'm trying to behave myself. And it be hard to behave myself. But y'all, thanks for stopping in. Bougie Barbie says, me too. Black eyed peas, cornbread, turkey. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hold on, Bougie Barbie. I need to come over there. Bougie Barbie said, black eyed peas, cornbread, turkey legs, and maybe some greens. Not too much, just a little. Hold on. That sounds like a mini Thanksgiving, Bougie Barbie. Hold on. We need to, can you send us a plate when you finish? I'm just saying. But that sounds good, and that sounds delicioso. I should have bought some some cabbage, but I forgot to pick up cabbage when we went grocery shopping yesterday. But y'all, thanks for stopping in. Give me like 40 minutes and then I'm gonna come back live. And then we're going to go over the funeral, because the funeral should be starting here soon. So I want to get all the speakers and what people are saying and all that other stuff. Miguel says, you getting hungry? Yes, I'm getting hungry. Absolutely. Anonymous says, HEB shopping soon. I know, love that HEB, right, Anonymous? Absolutely. But y'all, I will see y'all here in a few. I'm gonna go take care of stuff, and then we'll jump right back on so we can do the Dr. Sharice is laughing. Charlie says blessings to you too, Charlie. We're gonna go and get everything together so we can be back in about 30-40 minutes. So I'm gonna say 40 on the high end, but so I'll see you guys in a few. Davis says, no Crocs. I am in the anti-Croc movement. You is a mess. But all right, y'all, I'll see y'all in a few. I will see y'all in a few, y'all. See y'all. Always leave with love, peace, and tranquility. And I will see you. Davis says, bye, girl. Bye, Davis. We'll see you in a minute, okay? See y'all later. Bye-bye.